It's a very aggressive valuation. It means priced for perfection, and the company has to meet or exceed an incredibly high series of expectations, even to maintain itself in the $85+ billion valuation. We don't believe that the growth period for the company is in any way over. We do believe that there's a law of large numbers, and that no matter how excited you are about Facebook, the law of large numbers holds, and the bigger you are, the harder it is to grow. That being said, we still think the company is a growth story. Clearly the market does too. The very aggressive multiples, the sheer amount of excitement and fury on the subject suggests that there's near consensus that there's growth. The question remains if there's enough growth to justify the high end of a very aggressive, discussed range of possible values. The vast majority of what they make in revenue comes from people buying virtual goods inside Zynga games. That's also why Zynga is 15% of their revenue and probably more than 20% of their profit, or approaching 20% of their profit, and they need to do that in a whole lot of other areas.
When you're looking at it for the IPO, you look at these traditional business metrics, or you look at a spreadsheet and you say, okay, what is this company worth? If you judge it that way, you might have a more negative view, even though it's still a great company, but it's a phenomenal company when you look at the level of engagement, and there's nothing to compare it to. Nothing has ever had that level of engagement before, and so I think they have a really bright future, and that people haven't quite fully understood the impact that they're going to have on the internet and on business and on media. For me, the big vision is that content is becoming social, that advertising is becoming social, and we need to rethink the way we create media and the way we create advertising for a social world. And if we do that, you're going to start to see content that gets shared and passed along, and advertising that gets shared and passed along, where the initial exposure is just the jumping off point, and all the value gets created when people start sharing it with each other.